church corner. That's the church that I slept by. And Minna said that, because Minna has dealers in Addington and does some busking in Addington where he's not banned from buying booze. Anyway, he said that, and I would have known the dealers because I knew quite a lot of the people by sight around there on the street. Anyway, the guy said they had seen me quite often at night time with a suitcase with luggage and stuff. And I said, yeah, that's right, because I would be in my storage unit, I had nowhere else to go, I'd be sorting things out, and then at night time I'd have to leave and find somewhere to sleep. And so I didn't have a good feeling about this place, but I liked this Memorial Children's Library, and although the feeling wasn't good, it, you know what I mean, it seemed appropriate. So these cinder blocky things, they had curtains on them for days, and I thought, okay, well this seems like somewhere where people don't clear people away quickly, and this would have been a place to erect a shelter, but you know, so this is Church Corner, this is Riccarton, Upper Riccarton, and it's Main South Road, and it was very weird. People were living around here, wasn't very welcoming. You've probably seen videos where like they're kind of trashy, but they were like giving me evil stares. But I had I pitched my tent in the night here. Not my tent, sorry, because you can't have a tent, you see, Wendy. Oh, here's my suitcase that I left, just in case I ever need it again. It's got pillows and stuff, so that's good, because I keep meaning to come back and get it, although who knows where I'm going to sleep tonight. So there's some bits and pieces in there, and I didn't mind leaving it behind because I thought, well, it's better to buy a few tarps and cheap pillows and just leave them around and burden myself. $4 for this ribbon. Sleeping bags that all my gear got a bit wet, so I put my sleeping bag and other bits and pieces out there to dry, but they've been taken, and I don't care about that. As I say, look, these things are replaceable, and it's better cheaply as well, because it's a shitty sleeping bag. These things are better just to leave behind and walk away from, rather than try to, you know, scarper and overload myself. So this is a very weird place. And then I will show you, just because the medical centre isn't open yet, and there's a nice woman in the laundromat who's just watching my gear. Not that I've got much to watch, but it's nice just to have someone just, I don't know, she's just sitting there. And this is the church. So yeah, that's Yaldhurst Road, and that goes to Rustley, and it's a sort of a semi-rural area, and this way goes to Halswell. Well, someone said, who lives there, said it's Halswell Lever, and you can go up there, and I go up Curdetts Road, which that car just went, and I go up, and it's not actually that far, it's about 10 minutes, and then I get to the corner on Z, and then there's my storage unit. So if I come down, that's where I was wheeling things. And anyway, so this was, apart from when I first realised that I was homeless, and that was when I was kicked out of somewhere. Where was I kicked out of? I was kicked out of Parker House, which we now realise is not a down home, New Zealand, thing. It's a great big corporation involved with some Asian, multi, a corporation's already a multi, but I think it's a multi-corporation. And so my first experience of homelessness was that night, and I was beside myself. I didn't know what to do. It was a horrific. But no, my first experience sleeping outside the hospital. But this is when I just got on a bus. It's like, didn't want to go into town. I just, look how beautiful. It's these orange lights, which were very spooky at night time until I got a certain angle, and it was beautiful. And so it is Episcopalian, so it's St. Peter's Church, although I think that they share it with other denominations as well. I don't know if that looks overtly Anglican. I've got no bloody idea, to be honest. But that's when the priest found me, and I'll show you where. Peter's Anglican. Oh no, it is an Anglican church. It's Episcopalian, but they obviously have. So the gates are shut, and I was just looking around at night time, but the first time, I just took a bus. I just got on a bus somewhere. All I had was my suitcase and a fitted sheet and a cushion that I bought because the pillows weren't sufficient. And I was trying to sleep inside my suitcase, which was 71 litres. I could fit in it. I can fit in a 71 litre suitcase. But I remembered about that girl on her 21st birthday party who fell asleep in kneeling position, and all the blood supply got permanently cut off. She had cell death in her legs and had to have them amputated at 21. So I thought, well, I won't sleep in it, but it was not nice. I just got on the bus and I just got off, and I got off in Spraydon. I don't know what the hell Spraydon is. I just was looking around and I thought I'll sleep on the park bench outside the Spraydon Library, which seemed nice, except the park bench was actually very cold because of the wind underneath. But there are these amazing gargoyles ending, and I showed you at night time. There's this very new area here, and look, there's that. Remember, we were watching those documentaries on the beginning of Christianity, and so that's that mix of Celtic and Greek, I think. And we've got all kinds of crosses. And it was here when I was welcomed in by Peg, I didn't know Anglicans had priests. The priests are of the vicar. I think she was the assistant priest, but anyway. And this is when I put my tent up thinking, well, this is a nice nook, and it's Wednesday in the morning, so this is where I was. And I don't think it was the done thing to do, but I was clearly sleeping on bodies. And Peg who's American, did not contradict me that that wasn't the done thing, but they, look, they're hiding the heat pump behind this. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? And these gargoyles were looking down on me, and I felt that they were comforting, and I think they have names, or maybe there are pigeons that roost there, but anyway, I put my tent here, and then they took me in for morning tea and a service, and then I met a nun, an Anglican nun, wearing a dark blue habit, and she had so there's medical centre over there, so there's a duck that made a goose sound. Yeah, another Celtic. That's a proper Celtic knot, I would say. And look, isn't that nice? And there's Peter's Gate, which is a Christian counselling centre. And that delightful road cone, that's what I suppose if you, I guess they'll get it engraved at some point. Oh, I do laugh at my own jokes. Yeah, so, can't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, so, yeah, when I keep that tree locked up, you never know where they're going to go. A lot of crime in Christchurch. You don't want those trees being made off with. Look at this amazing thing. Yeah. And this rather beautiful thing, Wendy. So anyway, this is Church Corner because the church is here and it's on the corner, Yalthurst Road, whatever street that is. And then Island's over that way. And that's about as far as my sense of direction goes. Sockburns over that way. But a lot of this doesn't really mean much to me, you see. Yeah, so I'm desperate for the loo. And I'll just go and I'll just check in. And then I will go back and get my laundry. And yeah, I guess. Yeah, I have not slept for a very long time. I was already dog tired yesterday. I have been so anxious. I have been so tired. I wake up before I even understand that I'm awake. I wake up in pain. I turn over in the night time and I'm in pain. I'm working my body into the ground. I'm doing everything that Elodie, look at that, Wendy. I'm doing everything that Elodie has told me to not do with my injury. And I have to contact the ACC, of course. What are you going to do? People beat you up, kick you out. And the only way I can afford a taxi out, which is what I did, is because I have those. I can go from registered address to my medical centre and my pharmacy, which are side by side, and for number 10 Yalthurst. And then the supermarket, but you know I have to register each one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to register Kairos because I think I'm going to be getting a lot of free food, and I've been discussing with them tonight volunteering because it seemed like a good thing to do. Not that I've got the time for it, but City Mission told me stop freelancing because there are a lot of hucksters out there and they are very, very well organised, and the op shops, because they've got a lot of different operations, you see, Wendy. So the op shop operation is not affiliated with the housing or the shelter, which is part of it. And she was extremely sympathetic about what had been going on. And she was one who said, I think that it's a different Caitlin, because I'm aware of a different Caitlin who was a troublemaker. I wonder if they got you mixed up. And so the nasty head of social work for I think housing asked me to clarify, and I kept saying, it's not me, whoever it is, it's not me, I've never been there. And I said to Tina, the manager of the hop shop, because I go there quite a bit, and I go there a bit to buy like really cheap socks and things like that to give out to homeless people, which is silly because it's very naive, and because City Mission know what they're doing, they really do, even if there are some bad eggs there. They just said, just don't do it. And the thing is that, and I said to Tina, because I was crying, I was bawling my eyes out, I was just saying, Tina, what's happened? Why are they rejecting me? And Tina was very, I talked to a really good social worker once. She was perfect, she understood everything. And she said, the people who are horrible to homeless people, she says, she says, all the homeless people that I've met have been better than the people who have rejected them or criticised them. And she was perfect, and her name was Kate. And I've asked to speak to Kate, and Tina tried to talk to Kate, get in touch with Kate, but I haven't had that connection. And I finally got through to Stacey, who's the head of social, the head, and she said, can I please have your date of birth so I can look it up to confirm, because of course I must be lying. And she never got back to me. And there was a doctor that Elodie made me a follow-up appointment with, just generally because of injuries and everything, that but I used instead for her, could you please ring City Mission Shelter and ask why they've rejected me? And the notes came back as ridiculous, that she just, she softened the blow telling me, they don't think that it's suitable for you. But I looked at the notes and it just said the same fucking bullshit. Oh, that's hideous, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, that's better. She said, the notes are horrible. They're just the same thing, that I've previously been problematic, and Stacey was just so patronising, saying it's not a suitable environment for you. What the fuck is this? Someone's microwave dinner. Should have gone in the cremator. Anyway, another tree that we're not going to lose too many thieves. It's a good idea to tie it to the wheelie bin just to have that extra security. Anyway, that's my ramble. Trying to go to the toilet. It'll be time now to go into the medical centre And yeah, that's my update. So yeah, medical centre. Here we go. I might go back to the laundromat first though, because I have a feeling it might be ready. Okay.